Hello, hello. It is I, Space Cookies, and you may be wondering, what am I doing in this sort of format with the corner webcam and me on my desktop? Well, as you may or may not have guessed, welcome to episode 5.5 of Space Cookies Sausage Roll Review tier list. Now, as you can see, I have a tier list. Huh? Yes, indeed. Tier list. Tier list, great. Good things. And, once more, I have done research. I cannot believe this. Space Cookies is research for one of their videos. Oh. Anyway, so we have the first five sausage rolls. Um, some of which we know, some of which we don't know. The mystery roll. So for the ones that I do know, I will give my honest opinion. I've got statistics. I've got videos. I've got my own videos, and I have ingredients, and I have tier list. So I think we should. I know there's a specific order, as in episode 1 to episode 5, but I think we should start off with episode 2, the Greg's sausage roll, because I have some things to say about it. But first, wow. Right, so I disappeared to go and watch the video of the Greg's sausage roll. However, I was listening to that video, and I didn't give any bloody information on the Greg's sausage roll other than, Levi reading out the reviews, and not the reviews, the nutrition information. That's a review. That's what I'm doing. God. But yeah. So, the Greg's sausage roll. My opinion on it is the pastry is possibly one of the worst I have ever tasted. Pastry is god awful. And there is a specific reason for that, and that is because there is a glaze on it. And now, why the fuck would you want a sausage roll to have a glaze on it? I do not know. The other thing I want to point out, obviously, I'll probably put statistics somewhere on the screen. I don't know. And but something to point out, looking at my notes, is the Greg's is one of the only places, because it's a not a shop brand, doesn't often have its information published. So it does have its general, like, kcals, fats, sugars, etc. published, as you can see for episode 2. Thank you, Levi. But it doesn't have its actual ingredients. So I had to go onto a third-party website. Link will be in the description. I have done my research. But the list there, oh my God, Jesus Christ, you probably, again, it's probably still up on the screen, but you're probably still reading through it. No, it's not good. That's why I don't like the pastry, because it is full of, like, extra shit that is not needed in a sausage roll. The sausage, however, I do think is possibly one of the highest percentage that is actually pork. I am looking now, it is 36% pork mince. Yes, I know it's pork mince rather than normal pork, but that's beside the by. Pork mince to me is a inferior version of just pure pork, but you might as well just call it pork. And considering the difference is at least another 5% from the next best on the list, I think. I will check that statistic in editing. I do have to give it some credit for the pork filling. On the other hand, the pastry is absolutely rubbish. If we're just based it on pastry alone, it would be F. Fuck the pastry. But the pork sausage is actually decent. Artificial, yes. Now, let's get on to some statistics. So, um, where's my statistics for him? There we go. More statistics. So, as per 100 grams. First of all, the Greggs sausage roll is quite light in comparison to a sausage roll. It's quite light and quite small. Out of the four of these, it is the least calorie kcal dense, but also there is no sugar. You think something like this would have sugar, but it just doesn't. But that's beside the by. Does have a slightly bit higher than average, highest out of all of the four salts, but it's not too much of a difference. Um, I don't think there's anything to be quite concerned about in terms of everything else. Looking at the statistics, it's about average. It's your smaller one with less calories and more salt and less sugar. What's putting me off, as I said stated before, is just the amount of stupid ingredients that you don't need in a sausage roll. As a result, and also as a result, it's going in D tier. Can adjust for size as necessary. The reason for this as well is because the sausage to pastry ratio, I would say, is about average. And while the sausage part of the sausage roll is good, it's not the best in even in this section, but definitely not the best I've ever had. As a result, it's going to be sort of our standard of, okay, you're not that good list. Next we will come to, yeah, next, no, next, let's do Peter's next. Peter's sausage roll. What can I say about Peter's sausage roll? Actually, there isn't much I can say about Peter's sausage roll. It is your run of the mill sausage roll. There's nothing special to it. There's nothing unspecial about it. We can probably guess where this is already going. But I will mention some stuff because stuff is interesting. It is the most carbohydrates with the least amount of saturated carbohydrates. Well, you can determine what that does. That's usually a good sign. That's the saturated bit. It's usually a good sign. Anything else to take note of? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. It actually has quite a lot of sugar for a sausage roll, excluding the weird exception, which is we'll get onto later. But other than that, I think it's, as I said, it's about average. The sausage, sorry, this is where I come into this is where I come into a bit of punting. The sausage is the blandest thing I've ever tasted. Out of all these sausages, including some, let's not say, not that good ones, sausage roll. The sausage is just bland, boring, and there's no effort put into it. There's no thought, no care put into it. The pastry, on the other hand, lovely, buttery, just delicious pastry, and and I get all of that pastry when I'm eating it. But I don't want the pastry. I want the sausage. The sausage roll is a sausage in pastry. I don't just want the pastry. I want the sausage as well. So the nice pastry and the pretty bad sausage combine into it's still mid. Packaging mid. So I wonder where this is going. I think it's going C tier for mid. Right. Um, There's not going to be a cut here because we have the one weird exception, the mystery roll, that is breaks all laws of physics because it has been warmed up, which I hate, and I can't remember where it's from, which means there's no statistics for it, which means I have to base it based on the looks and the video. So, actually, no, there is going to be a break. Fuck you. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, bad me in the past. Bad. Sorry, S, because I fucked it up. No. Alright. Firstly, let's address the main thing. It looks like a turd that's come out of my ass after I've eaten too many sausage rolls. I mean, it might have been because all the moisture, as I said, got sucked up into the pastry. But that's no excuse to look like that. No. And if I remember correctly, this was a long time ago, but the pastry itself, while crumbly, it wasn't that good. It was better than Greg's, but the sausage, I think, has been the best out of any of these that I've had. It's a close tie with one of the other two that I haven't ranked at the moment, but I do think, despite all its ugliness, it is possibly. I don't want to say it's deserving of S because it is not deserving of S. I want to say A. It's just so ugly. Ah, fuck it. A tier. A nice, healthy A tier. Although then again, healthy I cannot confirm because there are no nutritional facts because it's the mystery roll. We love the mystery roll. Although then again, it was warmed. That cancels out the aroma because it was warmed. But I do love my cold sausage rolls. Fuck having hot sausage rolls. I think if it was cold, it might even jump back up to S. But it was warmed, which you can blame on me. So it goes in A. I do not care. On to Ginsters, Ginsters, Ginsters. This one. So, Ginsters. It is, it is, shall we say, unique among these sausage rolls for a few reasons. One of these reasons basically being it's like your luxury sausage roll without being a luxury sausage roll. We'll get onto the luxury sausage roll with the Lidl's one. But for the moment, it has one of the highest calorie counts, one of the highest fats. One of the no, actually no, yeah, one of the highest. Apologies, wrong way. One of the lowest carbohydrates, if I remember correctly. Actually, that statistic might be lowest wrong. Oh yeah, no, it's correct. One the lowest carbohydrates by a country mile, and most of it is saturates. So, in terms of actual calorie rise and all that, not the best, possibly not even good. However, there were a few things to point out with the sausage roll. The first is the pastry to meat ratio. Perfect. I think it is one of the only sausage rolls I have seen so far that has the correct meat to pastry ratio. Take notes, everyone. Next is the pastry. The pastry, while not being as good as, say, possibly the Peter's sausage roll, it is a very close second as to the ones that we've done so far. And the sausage matches the mystery roll. It feels like it's been homemade, but it hasn't because it is big brand. Um, One of the few downsides, other than the actual like fat and calorie counts and all that, is its packaging. Its packaging is impossible to open. Like, genuinely really difficult to open. No, that's just embarrassing. Get your packaging correct. But something that I didn't know while doing the video format for the Ginsters and all that is the ingredient list. I said in the video it tastes too artificial. It's not artificial. It is to do with one of the spices that are in there that just I didn't like. It tastes a bit adds a bit of spice to it that it tastes artificial. It is not. Look at this ingredient list wherever it is pointed. Look at it. Look and look in awe. There's it's it's what a sausage roll should be. Now, so overall, this sausage roll is one of the best I've ever had. It does pretty much everything on point, which we like. And with the sausage meat itself, it goes above average. Oh no, above what I expect from a sausage roll. And then with the absolutely shocking ingredient list, because that on its own, I think it would go into S tier, just straight up. However, it does have the issue of fats and all that, rather, which I am not too concerned about. I am looking at a sausage roll and I am looking at the minuscule details. That's fine. But then the packaging on top of that pisses me off. If you know me in person, I'll show you how shit the Ginster's packaging is. If they fixed the packaging, it would be an easy yes. Now, I'm not so sure. It's either S or A. You know what? I don't like doing this, but at the moment, it's going to go into S. And the reason for that is because if there are any very specialty, unique sausage rolls that I think are fucking amazing, they will go into S. But I do think this is your best basic standard sausage roll that you can have. So basically, out of the Ginsters, the Peters, and the Gregs, this is by far and away the best. That's why it's going in S. If we find one that is equally as good, the one that is equally as good and the Ginsters will both move down to A. But because somehow I don't think many sausage rolls actually accomplish what I assume is just a good, really good sausage roll without anything fancy, that's why it's going in S. Also, it's absolutely terrible warmed up, but we don't count heating up sausage rolls because that's incorrect. Well. We have Lidl's Deluxe Hog Roast sausage rolls, which scaled up are, let's just say, the deluxe brand. They have the most cake house. They have the most fat. Ironically, they don't have the most carbs, but that's beside the by. They have the most protein. Yeah. That took me by surprise. And it has by far and away the most sugars. However, there is a specific reason for that because it is hog roast sausage rolls, which are special because they have unique ingredients that you don't find with other stuff. More specifically, apple and apple sauce, which explains the sugar content. Now, does this make the sausage roll better? Yes. Does it mean it's not a pure sausage roll? Yes. Because I can't. Well, I guess I can, but in the review, I didn't judge the sausage roll based on the sausage itself. I judged it on the filling and the pastry only. And from that, I obviously said it tasted a bit, I can't remember, sweeter. That would be the apple sauce. Did it taste nice? Obviously it did. It's also because there's four in the pack, it makes it more sausage roll mathematically. I think I haven't actually done it yet, but I'll put up like the weights of each and then the price for each and then weight price ratio. It's probably floated about here somewhere. But yeah, so the I would say for the price, are they worth it? Yes. I quite like the sausage. I wouldn't say it is even the best sausage or filling on this list, but it was still really nice. The pastry was interesting. I said it was flaky, which is correct. Not as flaky as something here, but it's still quite flaky. And it had a seasoning to it. Did I like the seasoning? Yeah. Do I think it is then the best pastry? In some senses, yes. But the idea of it is trying to be upper end. It's not a sausage roll, it's a hog roast roll. It has applesauce in it. It's trying to be upper end. When it's a sausage roll, get over yourself. However, I do still really like it. So I do think it's going to go in A tier. Again, there's only sort of two specialty sausage rolls I've had so far, and it is these two. But one of them is trying to be a normal sausage roll, and the other is trying to be a post sausage roll. And I would say the normal sausage roll genuinely tastes better, despite all the post sausage roll having a unique flavor. Not trying to be posh, you're a sausage roll, get over yourself. Low A tier. Tempted to put it in B, but I do think it is just unique enough to earn itself an A tier, a low A tier at that. And with that, with this absolutely boring ass long talk, we have finally finished with the first five sausage rolls. We will be able to move them at some point in the future. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. This has been Space Cookies, uh, doing sausage roll stuff. Roll the outro thing. Oh god damn it! I was going to do a bit at the end there, and it just didn't work, so I didn't actually click stop recording. Oh well, time to save this. Am I happy? Am I happy with that? Ugh, yeah. You know, I should probably organize them to correct order. So we have Ginsters, then the Mystery, then Little's Deluxe, then Peters and Greg's. Fuck Greg's. No one likes Greg's. And then yeah, back. Hmm. Interesting. Um, we're just going to ignore that for now. I mean, it's not like I did anything, but hopefully no prying eyes or whatever. Okay. What am I having? I'm getting too old for this shit. So I'll the notes for this another time. Oh. Nobody saw that, did they? No, of course he didn't. This time I actually hit the stop, and hopefully, editor me get that out. Won't you? God, I forget it's mirrored. It looks weird mirrored. Remember, cut this out. This should never have happened. This is all cringe.